Good afternoon. My name is Josh Asbury. I'm here with Mark Vickers, who's the EVP at Reliance Partners. Mark, would you introduce yourself and tell us about Reliance a little bit?
Sure, Josh. Great to be here. San Antonio is beautiful. TIA is doing a great job so far. While I work for Reliance Partners, I really consider myself to be still a logistics guy. I started my career off at Total Quality Logistics. I was there for about 8 years. I mentioned earlier I started their Nashville branch. And kind of during my time there, a lot of my automotive clients specifically were asking for a cargo insurance solution in Mexico. And this was 10 years ago, and no one really had an answer for that. They said, hey, sign this waiver of liability in Mexico, and I always felt like that was pretty bad customer service. So I was trying to find a solution for that for quite some time. And during my time, I did find a real-time tracking solution for Mexico through MacroPoint. I actually joined their team. And then during the sale of MacroPoint to Descartes, I founded a company called Borderless Coverage. What Borderless Coverage is it's all risk, shipper's interest, Mexican cargo insurance, cross-border cargo insurance, and very high-value domestic and international coverage. And it ends up being a pretty timely product this day and age. So very excited to be here. Josh, great to do this with you.
Well, I'm really glad we're getting to do this. So the users of our Broker Pro TMS are all in North America. We have a few international, but mostly full truckload in North America, but we have a ton that do cross-border.
Okay.
So from Mexico and also cross-border Canada. So a lot of my customers just over here the past week, and I've heard a few things on the news about tariffs, and no one really knows what's going on or how to really plan for this. Yet just yesterday, there was a 90-day reprieve, so there's just a lot of whiplash going on in the market. And I know so little about this. So could you educate me so I can help my customers, kind of plan the next 90, 180 through the rest of the year? How does this work?
I'll do my best.
Okay.
So there's a guy named Mr. Trump, and he's made some news. And a couple of my cross-border partners and we put together a panel, and we're speaking tomorrow morning here at TIA about how to expand your footprint in Mexico properly. And we had this elaborate program planned, and we're going to talk about specific items, and we've scratched it all. Because April 2nd, we heard some news that tariffs were all over the place. Today, all the tariffs were lifted. And one of the remarkable things about all of this is that the new NAFTA called USMCA is in place, which is currently protecting Mexico and Canada from tariffs if they're USMCA compliant, which is a great thing. But with that being said, your cross-border clients and their shippers that they're representing, their shippers are entrusting them with high volumes of freight. All of a sudden, commodity prices are fluctuating like wildfire. Like you never know what's going to happen, specifically in Mexico. So in Mexico, we're buying an insane amount of vehicles. Like the automotive industry is incredibly complex. And the supply chain is a continental supply chain, actually a worldly supply chain. So you can't just cancel or you can't just throw in tariffs just for Mexico. So with that being said, prices of autos are going up anyways, just because of the threat. Prices of avocados, if you've been to the grocery store lately, a truckload of avocados moving from just Laredo, Texas to Chicago used to be $100,000. An avocado is $1. Avocados are now $2. The truckload value is now $200,000. So brokers are like, what the heck do I do? So are they like, oh no, do we need to increase our contingent or primary cargo insurance, our annual product, by double? That would cost an absolute fortune. It could put a lot of them out of business. So what we've done through our borderless coverage product is really create some nimble offerings where we can just increase or we can provide coverage just for those commodities or just for those clients whose prices are sometimes double or triple in some cases. So a lot of brokerages, a lot of carriers are currently out of compliance on shipper requirements for cargo liability, and we've got an easy solution for that.
Okay, so if they are out of compliance, which I'm sure probably most of them are, just because of the rapidly changing dynamics, do they need to scramble and get in compliance? Are insurers understanding the market, or are they just really just dropping the hammer? Because like you said, if avocados have gone up 1,000% at this point on one day, then they drop. How do you plan as a business?
Sure. So that there's no way that you can just quickly change an annual policy. So we've got to do it on a per client or per commodity basis. It's a simple process, and we can also handle high value products valued between $1 million and $50 million per load.
Wow.
So we're able to put together some of these products that are seamlessly integrated into a TMS like yours.
Well, great. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your session tomorrow, and I'd also like to invite you to join one of our webinars for our customers, because everybody's scrambling and you have a wealth of information. So thank you, sir. I really appreciate this time.
I'd love it. Great to hang out with you, Josh.
Thank you.
Have a good one.